What's going on, everybody? It's Carl here, and today we're going to be starting to build a workbench for my garage. It has been a long time coming to get to this point, but here we are, and I'm actually going to build one, like a custom one for myself. I was thinking, so in the back of my garage, and this is the service door that walks out to the back of the deck. I was thinking the workbench is going to go right in here. Now, I'm not going to build it. I'm trying to think. I haven't come up with like dimensions yet, but I do want to put it here because we got the corner shelf right there to store all the crap, and most of this crap will be going up there or somewhere on the shelf, and we'll figure out the final destination of things later. But I haven't figured out a width or a height yet that I want to build this workbench. And supposedly, when you kind of Google search, what kind of dimensions you should have it, there's not really a definitive answer is what I've come up with. So I mean, look, this trunk's got to go inside. I haven't got around to moving it or anything. And then we got a bunch of crap over here, transmissions clogging everything up, and a car that I wish was done, but like I said, we're getting there. We're getting close, ready to hammer this one out since I hammered out the last two. But so this is kind of my thought process, right? Let's walk out here. Oh, my motion light never stays on. That's a problem. But so I held up the measuring tape, right? And I originally thought, let's just do it 4 feet, 30, or 4 feet, 48 inches, right? But I realized that's way too tall. That's way too tall for me. I'm 5'10". That's not going to work. Now, if I was like 6'4", 6'5", I would consider building that 4 feet because, you're a taller person. But I was actually thinking I'll knock it down to 40 inches, right? So, 40 inches. So that's down there. I think 40 inches is a good height. I really do. I think 40 inches is going to be the ticket. Because I don't want to slouch over, again, I don't want to make my back aggravated. So I think 40 inches is what we're going to cut all these 2x4s up to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, on the corners, it's going to be two 2x4s, right? One going, flat, and then one going long way, and then we'll just screw them together. But I got 15 of them because I went to Menards had a sale, and the construction lumber was $3 for an 8-foot 2x4, and then there was a $1 rebate per board. So I got all 15 boards for $30, which is not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. So I bought a bunch, but I need a bunch for other projects inside the house that I, won't ever film because it's working on a house and not cars. But I thought this was related to, garages and cars and, everything that I love, right? So I think I'm going to do a height of 40. Actually, I should kind of measure the wall and maybe we can see what that's at, huh? Kind of get me an idea here. So, okay, so at 40, I think 40 is a good height. I really do. That's a 44-inch foundation for the garage. I honestly think 40 would be a great height. And, now it's kind of just figuring out the width. Really, ideally, since it's going to be made for this garage, would be to match. So we do 30 inches, just to match, and then it can just literally just shove up right against the wall. I'm thinking 30 inches that's a good workspace, and nothing will, when you slide it against the wall, nothing's going to fall behind it or anything, and you don't have to bend down and try to find the bolt or nut that you were using. Yeah, so I think 30 inches wide is going to be a decent width. So with that in mind, let's start cutting up some 2x4s. So I'm going to need at least at 40 inches, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7, 8, 2 for the center support at least, just to make it kind of sturdy. But, well, then again, how long do I want to make this thing, you know? That's the other question that I haven't figured out yet. So we're going to do 40 tall, 30 wide, but the length, you know, how long do we want to make it? I think we could do, I would say 4 feet is pretty nice, you know, and it'll leave some room for storage unless we want to build this whole thing into a workbench, which is possible, and we'll have more storage. Yeah, I'm not really sure yet. So let me get back to you. I'm going to do some brainstorming quick, but I know I'm just rambling on here. It's going to be a long video, but you know, I'm showing you the process of how I come up with things. So this is where I'm at. So as you remember, I did decide to do a 40-inch tall table, which I got some of the legs mocked up here. I just got 2 screws in it, but at 40 inches tall, I mean, it's a little tall. It's a little taller than I probably would have liked, but I also am going to be using this workbench to store a bunch of my a bunch of tools underneath and just have extra storage for other stuff. So this will be perfect for bigger boxes and stuff like that. So I'm actually not like too mad about it. I think it'll all work out in the end for sure. But that's kind of how I'm mocking up the corners, really. And I'm actually fairly impressed because I did go and handpick this lumber, you know, out of their pile. And man, this wood is very straight and very easy to get all lined up. Like, this is all freehand, and it's pretty dead nuts on. I like it. So I'm almost done. I'll have 4 legs done, and then really, I mean, we'll just have to figure out next is I think I decided that I'm going to do 4 feet long for the length of the table. So 4 feet, it'll be kind of somewhere in here, kind of against the, which I figured that's enough room because, you know, other stuff can go in this corner. I would like to relocate that somewhere else. Mainly probably over there where all the chemicals and stuff hang out or something, but that's for later. But anyways, yeah, so it'll leave enough room. You can still access this corner, and you know, I don't know the whole setup yet of what I'm going to do, but you know, one thing at a time, and you'll slowly figure it out for sure. But yeah, so we're going to do 48 inches long, 40 inches tall, and whatever the 30, I think we came up, it was 30 inches deep, that's decent. So we'll do that, and I think I'm going to be happy. So like I said, I'm going to finish up this leg here, and then I'll grab another piece of wood, and I'll have to measure, make sure I'm, you know, obviously 2x4s are actually 1.5 inches long, or like 1.5 inches wide. So that would be 3 inches. So off of 48, so we'll have to cut 45-inch boards to have the cross, and then for the 30, we'll have to do 30 be 27. So yeah, so we'll get there, and then maybe we'll even have this kind of mocked up, like a leg down, and we'll just screw down, and we're kind of getting some built here. You know, who knows? But then again, I got to think about how wide is this door. I should measure that so I don't just build it out here and then I'll have to drag it through the garage door to get it in. Yeah, I don't know, but that's for later. So, but that's how I'm doing the legs. So let's just continue on. Okay, so I got the cross beams all cut, and as you can see, we have both of them exactly at 48 inches, 4 feet. So that is done. And honestly, first impressions is it's a little smaller in lengthwise than I thought, but once I get it put in here, it's going to seem a lot bigger than it actually is, which is fine. But I'm pretty stoked. I'm starting to actually, now that I got a visual of the height, I mean, yeah, it's a little taller, but it's not going to be bad when I can work on stuff right here, and not be, down here where everyone wants to build these. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good height. I know it's going to look a little goofy because it's a little tall, and it's, close to being box shape if you had the same length going that way. But no, I'm pretty happy with this. And now, so we got to come up with the width, right? So now we got to do a little math here, which not that hard, but it's obviously going to be 3 inches, because we're going to have the width start on the inside here. So 3 inches, that's 6. And I think we, or at least not we, I agreed I'd kind of like to follow the same structure of the garage, which would be, it's 30.5 inches, but the workbench is going to be over there. So, yeah, I mean, you won't really notice, like, you'll look at it and think, oh man, it kind of matches the foundation, So that means, 6. So instead of 30, it's going to be 24-inch boards is what we're going to need to box it up. That's what we're going to need. And I feel like I might have made it tricky on myself, but it's not like a big deal. But I was thinking, when I do the plywood for the lower shelf, I could, well, actually what we should do is cut another 2 of these, and we'll measure where we want to screw them in quick, get that done, and then we can go on the cross beams. That's what I should do. Actually. I should get each side done first. So actually, never mind. But I can quickly cut up a 24-inch board. I did mess up on one. I made that cut on that top board there with this one, and I was supposed to make a 45-inch cut, and I totally, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just sliced away at where I marked, and I don't even know what I was marking off of, and it was probably 35 or something. And yeah, so I wasted a board, but thank God I can salvage most of it by doing the width. So whatever. So yeah, I should make another one of these, and then so we can get it kind of boxed together, I guess. Really, it's kind of the only way to do it, and measure how high I want that shelf. But I'm thinking, really, maybe like 3 inches or something, 3 or 4. I don't want the shelf too high, right? So I want it lower to the ground as much as possible, because then you can fit a lot more. So yeah, I'll take a measuring tape quick and measure that. But yeah, that's the progress so far. I totally kind of went to town a little bit. Totally forgot to, start recording and kind of show you guys where I'm at. But anyways, you do know we got the length figured out, and we already had that screwed in. And then all I had to do was get the width figured out. And so we got the 24-inch boards, and we had to do 4 of them that go on the inside. And I started to really screw in the top side and the sides of the legs, and it got pretty strong pretty fast. And it's definitely going to hold a lot of weight, which is nice, because I'm going to do half-inch plywood on top, so it's really nice and thick. I think what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do another 24-inch board. We'll have a cross support. I just want to make sure it'll hold the weight, if you get what I'm saying. that's kind of mainly it. And really, I know it's a waste of wood, but I kind of want to do pieces that go on the inside here so it sits flush all the way around. So then the tabletop can, sit flush against the legs. That's the problem with building legs like this, is it's going to stick out. I mean, if you were to, you know what I mean? It's just going to, so I think to make everything flush and look nice and strong, that's what I'll do. Actually, I thought of a better idea. So the bottom, we're going to leave the way it is, like that general shape. We're not going to do extra boards or nothing like that, right? What we will do is a cross beam. At least I might as well make 2 so it can hold the weight, and it's nicely boxed and everything, and that'll be fine. And then the plywood will slide in and fit perfect. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do 1 cross beam on the bottom. That's what I'm going to do. Because that doesn't need to hold as much weight as the top. But the top, I will get a piece that sits flush here, and sits flush here, sits flush here, and sits flush over there, so that the top of the table will be right flush and look nice. That's how I'm going to do it. I thought this would be a good stopping place, so I cut the 3 supports that I needed, which were 24 inches long. These ones kind of were a little short. It was just under 48 inches or whatever, and I'm like, whatever, I'll just use them, and it'll be just fine. But man, this thing, after I've got all the screws and all the joints and everything all the way down and everything, this thing is sturdy. So now all I need is some plywood, and I'm good to go. So the bottom, my plan is I'll do the plywood well, no, I wouldn't be able to snake it in there. So I was thinking I'll do it in 2 pieces and then, screw it down the seam, and that'll be just fine. And then the top, oh, I forgot to do the outer pieces to make it flush, which I'll do that later. That'll be for another video, the next video when we finish this, where we'll do those pieces. We'll get the grinder mounted on there, and we'll probably go buy a vise, probably from Harbor Freight, and get that mounted on there, and man, we'll have a nice workbench here. So that's my plan. We'll do half C's down below, 1 solid sheet up top. We'll finish the trim on the outside to make it, flush, and mount the grinder and vise on there, and and we're ready to roll. And which is nice, it's right under the light here, so it works out pretty good. So yeah, I'll save that for another video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.